What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video of the Point After Podcast. Today we're going to be discussing Washington Huskies and their 2022 season. New head coach Kalen DeBoer came in and basically said, hey, we're going to score a lot of points. We're going to have a high-potent offense, and God, are they going to need it because this defense could be rough. If you're a Washington fan, you're watching this. I'm hoping you are a Washington fan if you're watching this, but it's not looking pretty defensively compared to what you have on offense. So I'll speak about the offense first, flip over to the defense, then give you my predictions for the season. The struggle started with recruiting. 97 recruiting class, 25 portal class. That's not good. You're only bringing in 19 recruits, 2 of which are 4-stars. You missed out on Fresno State's quarterback that would have came with DeBoer, so instead he rose to Indiana and picks out Michael Penix, who was his quarterback when he was there in 2019. While at Fresno State, he threw his offenses averaged 465 yards per game and just under 34 points per game, 33.4 points was the average under DeBoer at Fresno State. He's wanting to bring that high-octane offense to Washington, and the Pac-12 is a good conference for him to do that. I think Washington will see leaps and bounds in terms of offensive productivity. I think Washington will have no problem scoring points this year, and like I said, they're going to have to score points if they want to win games. That's just the nature of things. That's kind of where they stand. Ryan Utton is a 4-star tight end who's coming in through the recruiting. Their only 4-star recruit that they actually got. And then Aaron Dumas, the New Mexico 4-star running back transfer. He's coming in to boast some depth to the backfield. Now, offensively, though, at the wide receiver position, you're led by, I don't want to mess up these names. Washington's got some weird names. Rome Odunes and Jalen McMillan will be the 2 headliners at the wide receiver position. You have 6 very, very talented wide receivers. If Michael Penix can put it together, he did a good job starting at Indiana. I think he was 21-5 or 20-5, something like that. Played really well. Problem is I wasn't impressed with him. I just wasn't. I think if he could have performed well enough, they probably would have beat Cincinnati last year. I need to see something from Penix to impress me to believe the hype around Washington. Otherwise, he's going to get beat out by the 2-year starter that's already there, and I believe another highly touted recruit that came in under the last regime. Now, offensively, though, tight end wise, they have 2 wildly athletic, as the coaching staff referred to them, in Culp and Westover, who will be taking the reins at tight end. Offensive line wise, though, you have 3. So you have a tackle coming back trying to improve his draft stock, so highly talented. You have 2 2-year starters coming back to improve a little bit more. You lose an offensive guard to the defensive side of the ball, but you have 2 redshirt freshmen coming in as well. So you got a mix of talent and experience with young talent and potential that'll be headlining the offensive line for Washington. Now, defensively, like I said, it's kind of a mess, but at the same time, you're returning 67% of your production, good for 69th best in the country. New head coach, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of last year. I'm just going to list some names for you guys to watch out for. Ulumu L, I believe is how you pronounce that. That's the guard I was talking about that's swapping to D-tackle. They need some size on that D-line, and that's what the coaches are hoping that he can fill that void. Cam Bright, Pitt transfer, started 20 games in the ACC. He's coming in, going to be a leader on that defense, and he's going to be playing with Carson Bruner, who stepped up for their injured linebacker last year, kind of made a name for himself. He's back this year. Now, secondary is where it gets ugly. You lost 2 corners last year, so you bring in Jordan Perryman for UC Davis. He's going to should start immediately and see him, a good amount of playing time, give a boost to the cornerback position. Secondary-wise, or safety-wise, you started 7 guys last season. I think you get 1 guy back from injury. You have another guy who's a part-time starter who will be heading up the other safety position. That's all my notes in terms of talent and what you can expect from this Washington Huskies team in 2022. Looking at their schedule, though, it's going to be a kind of rough year for Washington. Over under set for 7.5. I'm taking the under, just because there's a lot of these games here, like Michigan State, Arizona State, Oregon, Wazoo, UCLA. I could see them winning one of those that they shouldn't, but when you look at Stanford, California, Oregon State, Colorado, like I could also see them losing one of those that they should not lose. So Kent State, Portland State, I think those are automatic dubs. Arizona's not good. That one should be a win as well. In week 3, they play Michigan State. That's definitely a loss at home. Stanford the week after that. Arizona State's on the schedule. I mean, Oregon's on the schedule on the road. It's just it's tough. The good thing for Washington is most of these should be wins are at home. Kent State, Portland State, Arizona, Oregon State, Colorado. Like I said, I could see them winning some games that they shouldn't win. I could see them losing some games that they shouldn't lose, and that's just basically how the cookie crumbles for the Washington Huskies. So I'm taking the under 7.5 wins for Washington in 2022. Let me know what you guys think. Are you taking the over? Are you taking the under? Anybody I missed that I need to keep an eye out for? Just put that in the comment section below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any content going on for 2022. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow.